Hey you guys, and welcome back. This video isn't going to be really long. I just kind of wanted to pop on and just share a dream with you. I had this dream some time ago, and I can't remember if I shared this dream with you maybe in another video. I can't remember. I don't think I did because I really wasn't sure. I really wasn't getting any clear indication about what the dream was supposed to mean. But I'm going to get into that in just a minute. You may have noticed that some of the videos that I recently uploaded are no longer available. They've been set to private, and that's because one of them was, I guess, reported to YouTube. It was one of the BBC news videos that I uploaded, and I guess BBC notified YouTube, and then YouTube took it down and placed a strike on my channel for that video, which I'm not really understanding what it is that they're doing, because like when you upload and something is recognized as copyright, like as belonging to someone else, it'll send you an email. You'll get an email saying that you have a copyright notice or something like that, and the only thing that it really says is that you can't monetize the video. Well, I've turned monetization off of my videos a while back, and so a lot of times what will happen is that you can't monetize it. They'll turn off the settings so that you can't monetize it, but the videos will still be monetized, and those funds will be sent to the content creator. So I'm not really sure what the rules are, because I'm not understanding, like, if they allow you to upload it and then they still go ahead and forcefully monetize your videos and then send those funds to the content owner, then I'm not exactly sure why they would give you a strike against your account if they already knew that the material belonged to someone else. Right, so I'm not really sure how that's working out, and that's kind of why I set a lot of my videos to private, because they were making a lot of changes, and they weren't really telling anyone anything, and so some of the stuff I didn't know, what was going on, and I didn't want to have to just continually be worried about what's going on the channel if I'm not just watching it every couple seconds, if I'm not checking my email every 2 minutes. So a lot of my videos, a lot of my old videos have been set to private just because I didn't want to deal with whatever it was that they were doing and not telling the content creators. So just if you notice that those videos are no longer up, that's why I just went ahead and just took them all down, because I didn't want to deal with any further drama concerning those. But if it was one that you really wanted to watch and you didn't get a chance to take a look at, if you'll let me know, I can just give you the link to go and watch it on the other channel. Okay? And so now to the dream that I wanted to share with you. And I can't remember if I actually shared this with you or if maybe it was on a video that I recorded but didn't get a chance to edit. I'm not sure, but it seems like I maybe remember sharing this dream or intending to share this dream with you. But anyway, in the dream, I don't remember the first part, but in the dream, the part that I remember, there's two people. There's a white woman and a white man. And I'm not sure if they're dating, if they're going with each other. I'm not really sure what the relationship is between the two. But it just seems like in this dream, I keep hearing people refer to the beast, the beast, the beast. And I'm looking around and I'm looking at the surroundings, and I don't really see anything. I don't really see what it is that they're talking about. And so I see the white woman and the white man just kind of like walking around, and, chit chatting. And, there's like a bench or something like right in front of like a raised like walkway or something. And so I see them like walking in front of that or sitting down on that and talking to each other. And then it jumps to, and I'm not sure if it's like the same day, but it seems like maybe it's like a different day. And it's like the white man is standing like at the bottom of the platform, like at the end and at the bottom of the platform, because she is standing on top of it, on the other side of the rail, and they're talking to each other, and behind her is a door, and it's a double-sided door where there's two doors right next to each other, the kind where you would open up both doors and like push them out in order to get out out of the room or go to another room. And so there's these double doors that's right behind her, and you can hear something trying to get out. Like you can hear something frantically like jiggling the doors trying to get out. And I'm standing there watching her. I'm like, does she not hear that there's something, right behind her trying to get out? But she's standing like right in front of the doors. And so finally, this big gigantic bull comes like busting through both the doors, and he doesn't stop. He comes straight out, and he actually runs over the white woman. And so then he heads towards the white man that's like standing at the bottom of like the walkway or the platform or whatever, and he runs. Well, I guess the bull sees me standing there, so then he starts to come towards me, and then I go to run, and then that's when the scene changes. And so the next scene is that I see the white woman is laying. It's almost like she's, like when people go to like view the body at a funeral, but she's not in a coffin. She's like on like a platform. I don't know if she's like on the bench that was in front of the walkway, but she's laying like on her back, like stretched out like what you would see someone laying in a coffin. And she has both of her hands like clasped together like over her abdomen, and she's holding flowers in her hands. And the bull, when I saw the bull, because when I saw him, I was like, well, that's not a beast, that's a bull. I was like, well, that's not a beast, but it was the bull was supposedly the beast. And so the bull looked like, that statue that's at the stock market exchange or whatever, that bull that they have. That's what the bull put me in the mind of, because he was so big and like thick and like muscular. I mean, if he was a person, they would call him big and husky. I mean, he was just huge. And so that's what he put me in the mind of. And another thing that I noticed about the couple is that the couple looked almost like they were Nordic or Scandinavian, because they were both fair skinned. Like they were white, but they were fair skinned. They had like light blonde hair, like straight light blonde hair. And the woman was almost dressed like, like they used to dress in like Holland or like Dutch people, or, like Scandinavian. And so that's why I was kind of like wondering if I should really share the dream, because I really wasn't getting where the dream was going. Because if I looked at these two people, I mean, like maybe they might be American, but to me, when I look at them, when I saw them in the dream, they looked very like Scandinavian when I saw them, like Nordic, blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, not just white, but fair skin white. And then the manner of dress that she had on was like, like Dutch, or like what you would see in Holland. And then even the flowers that she had, excuse me, even the flowers that she had like clasped, like what she was holding in her hands when her body was laying like on the platform, those kind of flowers that you would see like in those kind of areas. And so when I woke up, I kind of thought that maybe it had something to do with the stock market or something like that, because of how the bull looked and because it was a bull. And then I started researching it, and I realized that a bull market is a good thing. I was thinking maybe a bull market was the bad one, because I know there's a bull market and a bear market, and to be in a bull market is a good thing. So I was kind of confused about where the dream was actually going with what I was seeing. But I wanted to go ahead and share this dream because, and I know I'm not the only one this has happened to. I've had people on my channel to talk about the same thing happening to them, to where they've had dreams and things like that in the past, like when they were younger. And they're starting to see some of the dreams that they've had, years ago start to come to pass. And the thing that I have noticed is that in like dreams that I have seen, it's not necessarily that the main event that happened in the dream is happening, but those little small details that I noticed or took note of are starting to take shape. So like the main thing that was going on in the dream isn't actually happening, but all the little, pieces and parts that you just notice in the dream is starting to fall into place. Like, when I go to certain areas and, like in my dream, it may be one way, but at the time when I had the dream, that wasn't happening. Well, now some of those things are starting to fall into place. Now some of those things are starting to happen. So it just, even though there are certain things that like we see on the news and people are celebrating it and believing it to be a good thing, I don't necessarily think it's going to be as good as people are thinking it's going to be. Like that's another one though, one of those Twilight Zone type things to where people are just like oblivious to bigger, more important issues, and they're celebrating the little insignificant things that in the grand scheme of things don't really matter. It's almost like just being in a thick state of delusion. It's like you got all this stuff over here happening and you're celebrating this over here, but this over here is really very small and minuscule compared to all this stuff that you're not really paying attention to. Like, some of the stuff that people are celebrating may be nice, but because of all this other stuff that's going on, is really not going to make it be as good as they are pretending it's going to be, or that they're hoping that it's going to be, or that they think it's going to be. And so, like I said, I know I'm not the only one, because I've had these conversations with other people who have, like I said before, they've had dreams when they were younger, and they're saying how some of those things are starting to take shape, and they're starting to see like little details and things like that from their dream actually play out, whereas when they had the dream, those things weren't the case. So I wanted to share that dream. I wanted to make sure that I shared that dream with you, because for some reason that dream hit in my spirit kind of hard today, and it hasn't really let go all today. So I wanted to make sure that I shared that dream with you. And as I said before, maybe I've shared it with you before, but I wanted to make sure that I share it with you today, just in case that I hadn't. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this here. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.